Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to our fourth evening of Hoonko services. We will begin with the ringing of the kansho and chanting of Sambutsuge, page 33 in our purple service book.
Shōjō 日へこ不断な任務所と初日学校所持生一切軍業務校所本願名号症状後死死信用がに両党学所大礼派起死滅動願成就如来所以公出世唯説に他本願会五直悪事軍上会お信如来如実語納一年期愛し不断本の特例案本上逆を再編入妙種侵入会一味摂取進行上昇後意の水波無明暗本来真の死運上不真実真人権非常に幸福死芸妙無暗百真剣兄弟狂気即応超絶暴悪臭一切全末本部に門信如来偶然願仏門古代証言者霊人名分大理系三田仏本願念部雅見教満なく修行信用十義人に南中死難無し陰の祭天使論へ中華自治騎士こそ現代諸公正所意妙如来本でおき釈迦如来両がせ一種五妙難天寺流々大義種とせ質の大派無権戦滅大乗無情報諸官に諸安楽天に南行六六信用異行指導楽億年未打仏本願自念即自入一上唯の上昇如来のおほ大愚伝よ天人も殺道論説奇妙無下公如来永衆から献身に公正を頂戴せいが きへこ移動軍上昇一心記入苦毒大崩壊筆逆入大へ収集国史連営造世界即昇信用生人有本の人間人部入所利用利用下本師論難量天使上皇乱消防殺害三道ル始終状況凡上専用気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果天聖願大言猫ゆたり少女心唯心人枠弁本部新人法生じ即涅槃一心無量光明道小宇宙上海受け農者結晶道難所唯名浄土活入万全自力変音集円満独合感染症三部三神経音語ローマス法滅同時に一生増悪地ぬで死安如愛称名化連動独名仏生意公愛上三葉脈悪公明明語権因縁海入音安大理解行者少女今後心狂気一年相互四位大と逆三人即小小子上来原神公開一大教返帰安養官一切洗脳中心反戦人法家二道小弁入六流悪人唯小分大薬大に摂取中煩悩証言水不見大無権領書が本資源空明仏教連民連幕本部に新宗教書公編集戦略本願具悪性現代小議員弁下決地議上位少子即入弱上無依頼一致真義の有仏教大に終始と上祭無変極上苦悪物 Namandas, 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 namandas.
Reverend Umezu will now deliver her Dharma message.
Namanda, namanda, namanda. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for attending our fourth day of our week-long Hoonko observance. As I have been doing for this past week, tonight I will continue to share words of our founder, followed by sharing my appreciation of how we might be able to receive the founder's words today. Today, the topic of the message is the true and real that transcends good and evil. So I now invite you to listen in reverence as I read the words of Venerable Shinran. I have no desire to do good, and I have no fear of doing wrong. The reason I have no desire to do good is that there is no good that is greater than the entrusting in Amida's fundamental vow. To not fear doing wrong means that no wrongdoing can hinder the vow. Yet people of the world think, I have to be completely full of roots of good karma. Otherwise, even if I say Nembutsu, I will not go to the Pure Land. Further, even if I say Nembutsu, if my unwholesome karma is extensive and heavy, I won't be born in the Pure Land. Both of these thoughts are extreme and erroneous. If we could stop our karmic roots of doing wrong through our own self-control and accumulate karmic roots of good just through setting our mind to it, so that we could be freed from birth and death and go to the Pure Land, then knowing about and entrusting in the fundamental vow would be unnecessary. We wouldn't be missing anything. Due to not being able to rely on our own hearts and minds, we create karmic roots of wrongdoing, even if we fear doing wrong. And even though we may have the desire to create karmic roots of good, we are ordinary beings who cannot do so. In order to embrace all people who want to take the path of liberation and have roots of wrongdoing due to their hideous three poisons, Dharmakara spent 5 kalpas contemplating the fundamental vow. Thus, we only need to depend on the vow and entrust in Buddha's wisdom. However, there are people who think that birth is inevitable for good people who say the Nembutsu, and for an evil person who says the Nembutsu, birth is in doubt and uncertain. For people who are saying this, the vow has no magnitude, and they have no idea about their own wrongdoing. through the unconditional compassion for all ordinary beings, all beings equally are received by the fulfilled Buddha and land through this special vow. This vow was created through fulfilled causes and effects for enlightenment. Because other Buddhas have not made such an unsurpassed, inconceivable vow, even if there are good people who understand the ultimate truth of the Mahayana scriptures, no matter how much good they have accumulated, their wish to be born in Amida's Pure Land may not be fulfilled. Further, because all varieties of Buddha Dharma reject wrongdoing, we should not rely on doing wrong in order to be born in the Pure Land. The good karma and karma of wrongdoing that we are born with are neither benefits to go to the fulfilled land, nor are they disadvantages. How in the world does an ordinary person attain the benefit of going to the Pure Land other than relying on Amida Buddha's wisdom, which transcends good and evil people? This is why I say I do not fear doing wrong, and I have no desire to do good. Thank you very much for allowing me to continue to share these words of Venerable Shinran. Up to now, we have heard a message from the founder about how the true and real is outside of us, embracing us, and is resolute in ultimately bringing all beings out of this existence of delusion and suffering. We have also heard messages about how we are being urged to realize the true condition of ourselves as ordinary people who are completely full of three poisons. As I alluded to last night before ending with my cliffhanger, my appreciation of the Dodo Shinshu path is that Amida Tathagata is trying to pull us out of being stuck in this world of duality, or what we call birth and death. To live in this world of birth and death means to live our everyday life by thinking that there is a definite beginning and a definite end. To think that there is an absolute good way to live and an absolute bad way or wrong way to live. There is an immutable right and an immutable wrong, etc. Through living with our three poisons, we will always be attached to one side or another. We will be happy when life lines up with the side that we like, and we will be unhappy when life lines up with the side we don't like. And this is always in fluctuation. Things change in life, and as things change, our standards change. What is good and bad is always a moving mark in our life. It is never staying still. On the other hand, the true and real of Amida Tathagata has no distinctions of good, bad, right, wrong, etc. Things just are. Everything is neutral, but this doesn't mean they do not have value. Everything is of equal value. We are the ones who are ascribing values of better, worse, good, bad, right, wrong, to all things, all people, all experiences, based on our own convenience and self-interest. Because the true and real does not make distinctions in life based on our human model of good and bad. The vow does not say only good people can receive the benefit of wisdom and compassion, and bad people cannot. The vow does not say only good people can reach ultimate nirvana, and bad people cannot. However, I think this is very difficult for us to accept, because we are each full of three poisons. We live in a world of three poisons, and we are conditioned to live in a society that's based on transaction because of three poisons. This means that in our everyday life, we think that we have to lose or sacrifice something in order to get something of value. Or we think that we have to earn or deserve something in order to receive it. And when we realize we don't earn it, we think we run the risk of simply not getting it in the best case, or, on the worst case, we could be punished, and something could be taken away from us. This is our binary way of looking at the world. But this is not the way of the true and real. The true and real makes no such distinctions. Amida Tathagata's vow to save all beings is not based on a model of reward and punishment, based on any kind of worldly behavior. Rather, it is based on karmic cause, condition, and effect. Imagine that you have a map to try to get to a certain destination. The directions on the map tell you that to get to the destination you wish to go, you need to turn left. But basically, if you turn left, you'll get there. And if you turn right, you won't get there. But if we decide to turn right and we don't arrive, somebody might say we are being punished for not following the directions. But it's not a punishment that we don't arrive. It's simply cause and effect. If we turn left, we will get there. If we turn right, we won't. That's cause and effect. As such, in the same way, the true and real is not concerned with whether or not someone deserves to receive its wisdom and compassion. It is plainly telling us, if you entrust in the wisdom and compassion of the true and real, then the result is you will receive the benefits of the true wisdom and compassion. This is the natural way of things. If we listen, then we can hear and receive. It has nothing to do with our day-to-day behavior. This may seem discouraging, especially if we are seeking a way to be a so-called good person. But allow me to present a different way of how we can receive this message. Generally speaking, how do you feel when someone demands that you do a specific action or prohibits you from doing a specific action? For myself personally, in these types of situations, I feel fettered and constrained. Even if I would never thought to do a specific action, just being told I can't do it makes me feel powerless, limited, and unhappy. In contrast, generally speaking, how do you feel if you know you shouldn't do something, but you are assured that if you must make a mistake and do it anyway, you will still be cared for unconditionally? In my experience, personally, I become less scared to make the mistake and more open to trying something new. In addition, I become more trusting of the person who is allowing me the space to be myself. When we think of the true and real in this way, don't you feel that there could be a sense of liberation in knowing that there is no wrong way to live when it comes to the Jodo Shinshu path? Spiritually, we are no longer fettered by the thoughts that I am living my life in a so-called wrong way. Through this light that allows us to see this, we are each being encouraged to persevere and live our life to the fullest. Yes, we are each full of three poisons, and we will make mistakes. We must not forget that part. But it is no longer a hindrance to our lives, and it is not a hindrance to our liberation from samsara. Rather, it becomes a basic feature of our lives with which we adapt to, adjust to, and live with as we flow through life. Further, we can live our lives with a deep appreciation to the true and real, who are making us aware through its light of ourselves and for this compassion and wisdom. And with a deep appreciation to it for opening up the path of Namo Amida Butsu for all of us to walk along together, giving us a sense of spiritual foundation, encouragement, and joy. Thank you very much for allowing me to share my appreciation of these words today. I encourage you to all continue to reflect on the messages we are receiving this week and allow the wisdom and compassion of Amida Tathagata to permeate your heart and mind. With that thought, again, I would like to thank you all for being here, and I hope you will continue to join us tomorrow for our final message on the topic of the true and real light that pierces the darkness of our ignorance. Please join me. Gasho Nembutsu. Namandap, 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 namandap.
Thank you once again, Reverend Umezu, for your Dharma message this evening. We will now have the reading of Ryogemon.
Please join me in reading the Ryogemon by Master Renyo. We rely upon Amida Buddha with our whole heart for the enlightenment in the life to come, abstaining from all sundry practice and teachings, and giving up the trust in our imperfect view. There is no doubt that the assurance of enlightenment comes at the very moment we entrust, and we recite the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, in joy and gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. We also acknowledge gratefully the benign benevolence of our founder and succeeding masters who have led us to live in this profound teaching, and we do now endeavor to follow throughout our lives the way laid down for us. 両下質問。もろもろの造業脱臭自力の心を振り捨てて、一心に阿弥陀如来、我らが今度の一大事の御所、御助け総来と頼み申して候。頼む一年の時、往生一条御助け事情と存じ、この上の称名はご恩報者と存じ、喜び申し候。この恩断り弔問申し分け候こと、ご解散承認ご出世のご恩、次第僧上の全知識の浅からざるご関係のご恩と、ありがたく存じ候。この上は定めおかせらるる恩をきて、一号限り守り申すべく候。ナマンダウス、ナマンダウス、ナマンダウス、ナマンダウス。
Okay, so we invite all of you to join us again tomorrow evening for our final evening service for Hoonko observance. Again, it'll be at 7 o'clock. Saturday, the 13th, is our seminar, True Fulfillment of Life. Guest speaker is Reverend Kodo Umezu. Runs from 10 to 11:30. And if you would like to attend, please register. You can contact the office. And then on the 14th is our Hoonko Memorial Service, starting at 10 o'clock. And again, Reverend Kodo Umezu will be our guest speaker. So with that concludes our service for this evening. Again, thank you all for attending. If you haven't had a chance to do Oshoko, please do so. Sensei?
Namanda, 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 namanda.